Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me just see. Yeah, oh, we're live. Hello, hi Baldwin. Thank you so much for coming. Please, and please share. We're talking about Mary Who's Ready, and we're gonna be streaming on Facebook as well. So let me just get myself together. Mary who is ready, who is really ready. And today we're talking about how long till you marry me? How long? How long? We're talking about how long until you marry me. Dimi Tevin, thank you so much for coming, guys. Please share the broadcast. We're just about to start. We're starting the live on our hi Hunter, thank you for coming. I'm so sorry that I've not been around here, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I've not been around on TikTok. I'm so sorry. Good morning, good afternoon, Khanti and my people in Botswana. My name is FifiRich. And I just want to welcome you on this live broadcast here. I am here to do Mary Who is Ready. Mary Who's Ready is a program that deals with premarital readiness, relationship issues, and marital issues with married people as well. We do Mary Who is Ready with stakeholders that are relevant to the area of marriage. And so thank you, Watcha, for coming. Please comment, share, like. Adolf, thank you so much for being here. We're dealing with Mary Who is Ready. How long until you marry me? If you guys are new here, this is a program that I have on my YouTube channel. You can get with me on YouTube. Just search FifiRich. And so it started last year, but because a lot of us in our society and in our community, we don't have access to YouTube, I'm just extending the season over here on Facebook. So Mary Who is Ready deals with premarital readiness, relationship issues, marital issues with married people. Thank you, Tati, for coming. Stay with me because this has to be a dialogue, okay? Mary Who's Ready is a program that is relevant to somebody who's interested in relationships and who's interested in marriage. You may already be in a relationship, but you're like, okay, I'm open to receiving a new perspective. Thank you guys for coming. Andy, thank you for coming. And you may also be married, but just like, okay, let me just do like a little refresher for myself. It's never enough to know something. We have to keep growing. All right. So my name is FifiRich. As I said, I'm a makeup artist and an inspirator. And today we're streaming on my TikTok as well as on Facebook. So I'm so excited, guys. Let's keep the likes. Let's share. And say somebody is bringing another perspective of the matter. When I present the things that I present to you, please know, I'm not trying to change how you feel. I'm not trying to say think how I think. I am just saying, okay, on top of what we already know, can I bring another perspective to the matter? So it's always good to know something else. On YouTube, you can connect with me, FifiRich. Just search and subscribe. I've got programs on there as well. You can connect with me on TikTok as well at FifiRich07. We're live on TikTok right now as well. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. Please send the likes, and share the broadcast. So last week, same time, Neridira, the first segment of this program, which was establishing value systems in relationships. Neribuaka establishing value systems in relationships. Values and what values are. So if you missed it, you need to ask me for the link to that former segment or to the one on my YouTube. It's very important that you watch all these segments because we are building up to somewhere in this season, okay? So I'm so grateful that you're here. Please share the broadcast. Share, and feel free to comment. I may not see your comment immediately, but as soon as it pops up, I will just appreciate you and I'll always respond. Okay. Thank you so much. So how long until you marry me? You meet a man and you love him. You meet a woman and you love him. And you love her. And now the question becomes, okay, I think I want to marry this person. Yeah, no. Guy before ring. How long must we stay before we actually marry each other? So this is what we're trying to establish today, and I want us to have a dialogue. I don't want to be the one bringing information, or like I'm a teacher or something. I'm not here necessarily to teach, even though I'm a teacher, but I want this to be an ongoing dialogue. Okay. And so the thing is that how long? What I understand is that when a man meets a woman and he determines within himself that I want to marry this woman, it never takes a long time for a man to recognize that this woman is marriage material. It never takes long for a man to make up his mind that he wants to settle down with a particular lady. However, on the flip side, on the side of women, it seems like the equation is a bit unfair, because women are often waiting to say, well, let me just try to do right. Let me try and act right. Let me try and get myself together so that chances of getting married to this individual are higher. So I believe it should go both ways. A woman should be able to tell whether this man can be married. A man should be able to decide whether he can settle down. So a man always knows what he wants, apparently. A man always knows what he wants. And when he sees it, he knows that, oh, this is just what I've been looking for. This is the bone of my bones and the flesh of my flesh. But it should also be a balanced equation on the side of a woman. So I'm going to be talking about things like that. So how do we shorten the process of determining whether somebody can marry us? How do we shorten the process of, oh my God, I'm asking myself questions. Is it going to be right? Is this going to work out? Are we going to get to the, expected end of marriage? The first thing is to know yourself very well. If you can master yourself, if you can gain a superior understanding of yourself as an individual, you are just gonna cut a lot of days and years of a relationship that are not necessary. And you are also going to be able to tell if this person is what I need. Is this person the person that has everything that I'm looking for in a prospective partner, a prospective life partner? Because when you talk about marriage, it's life partner. When we talk about relationship, when we talk about dating, we're talking about let's try out to establish if there can be longevity. Let's try out to establish if we can really get to a point where we marry each other. Do we have all that it takes to live together and to coexist peacefully? And so it starts with knowing yourself better as an individual. Self-assertive, this is going to help us a lot. So when you are self-assertive, you are doing your homework. You need to do your homework as an individual. Who am I? What do I want in my life? Where do I want to go in my life? Where am I going? What is the roadmap of my life looking like? What is my purpose? Everybody has a purpose for which they were born. We cannot argue that one. And so when you know yourself, it is easier to now determine the value systems with another person, to see if your value systems are complementing each other, which is when they go like so, and not clashing, which is when there's friction like so. Thank you guys for coming. Please like, and share the broadcast. Okay, thank you. If you're on Facebook, share the broadcast and say, hey, I'm here. And so this is what it is. So it is very difficult to deal with another person when you have not dealt with yourself, because a lot of the time you tend to be overbearing and you tend to be too reliant. People that get into a relationship and then they're just trying to discover themselves within the confines of that relationship. But relationship when how I discover as an individual, how I relationship tswelela o ikitse mo teng ga relationship eo mathata a teng the risk that it comes with ke gore sometimes you can be overbearing. Ribery, thank you for coming. Please share the broadcast, share, and let's share a perspective on the matter. Okay, thank you so much. So how I discover when we discover in the confines of a relationship, you discover yourself also relationship in you, and you can be overbearing, you can be over dependent, you can be over reliant because and then also so that is the problem. And then sometimes a person can run away, sometimes a person can feel like, no, this is too much for me, I can't handle this. So it is better when you know yourself, before o ka leka gore o dile le motho o mongwe wa bona gore kganya teng e ntse jang. So yaanong ga re bua ka self-assertiveness le go ikitse ke gone mo gore ke mang ke batla eng ka re eng ka botshelo jwa me ko ke yang ke kae ke a kae mo botshelong jwa me botshelo ba me bo lebile kae, what is the direction of my life. It's very important gore o leke gore o tsene mo relationship o sena no o itlhaloganya. Gain self-mastery, a superior understanding of the self. It really helps you. It saves you a lot of pain and heartache. It saves you a lot of questions about another person, you see, because when you're self-assertive o tsena mo relationship o setse o itse gore o batlang o mang wa kae mo botshelong jwa gago. Yana go motlhofo gore o ye go batla motho kana wa amogele motho mo botshelong jwa gago e le gore o tsamaelana le seo leng sone le ko yang teng le so dumela mo go sone. So this is one way to shorten the process of you see. So what speaks to you as a person? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to be in life? Tapang, thank you so much. We're talking Mary who is ready. Relationship issues, marital issues, premarital readiness. It's important that we talk about these things because the divorce rates in our country, especially in Botswana, it is too high and alarming. So it means that somewhere, somehow, there's a missing piece of the puzzle. And so what bridges the gap there is knowledge. We need to pursue knowledge. We've got to continue to pursue knowledge. Okay? So please comment, like. Thank you for the likes. Please share the broadcast as well. I'm also live on Facebook. So if self-discovery is done in a relationship, it can be a problem, like we have said, you see. So it doesn't mean that when you enter into a relationship, you have already exhausted yourself. To get into a relationship, even though we're talking about self-mastery, even though we're talking about know yourself very well, gain a superior understanding of yourself. How ya go tsena mo relationship kana wa go tsena mo lenyalong. Kelly, thank you. Please share. How ya go tsena mo relationship kana mo lenyalong wa bo setse o ikitse thata. No, because motho is always developing. Motho ke setshedi se le gore se nna se gola se nna se evolve o nna o ntse o discover. The journey of self-discovery does not end. We are always developing, we are always growing, we are always pursuing better knowledge and understanding. But it's good to get in a relationship with some kind of self-mastery. A satisfactory level of personal development has to be done by the time you get into a relationship or a marriage. You must be satisfied with how you know yourself and how you understand yourself. You must be satisfied with your self-awareness and your self-concept. Can you like? Please let the likes come. Let the likes come, guys. And so leave space, even though when you're entering a relationship, to continue to grow and for somebody else to work on you and for you to work on that other person. Okay, so this is just something that we're building up towards. How long until you marry me? Thank you guys for coming. Please just share and super tap. Joe, thank you for coming. Kelly, thank you for coming. We're also on TikTok, guys. So when you are self-assertive, you also want to deal with somebody who's self-assertive. for every obvious reason. It makes sense gore ga o itlhaloganya le wena o bo ya go batla motho o itlhaloganya go a go le thusa thata mo nakong ya dikgwetlho nako ya di-challenge. When you are self-assertive, you want to also go for somebody who's self-assertive because it's going to help you guys a lot when it comes to challenges and issues, when issues occur, when differences come, because the truth of the matter is there's never going to be a relationship which is devoid of differences. There's no relationship where there's no issues. There's no relationship where there's no arguments. There's no things that are coming up, okay? If you are in a relationship, thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you for the likes. Please share. If you're in a relationship, and gifts are allowed. Leroy, thank you guys. If you're in a relationship and there's never a time where you disagree, there's never a time where one stands up against the other when they suggest something, there's never a time when it's like there's no conflict, one of you is being fake. Somebody in the relationship is being fake. So differences are there, and problems are good depending on how you look at them. Problems in a relationship are okay. They're not a bad thing. It's not every problem that must send you packing. It's not every problem that must make you to say, no, it's a red flag, I'm gone. No, problems are there because we're different, because we're coming from different walks of life, we're coming from different backgrounds. Everybody is a product of different circumstances in their background. So obviously we're going to differ. We're going to have differing perspectives from time to time, but problems are there so that they help us to understand each other better. Problems are there so that they help us to know how to handle each other going forward, to know, okay, the other time we had a situation like this, it made us to drift a bit, or we kind of really were at loggerheads with this thing, but this is how we dealt with it. So moving forward, this is how I deal with my partner. Moving forward, this is how I handle my partner. Can you please comment and like and say, hey, I hear you. So it really, really helps that you are self-assertive. Wa itlhaloganya e be le wena o batla motho o le ena itlhaloganya gore ga la go kopana la go bua ka dikgwetlho le dikgang le se ka la iphitlhelanong le nane mathata. Ga wena o itlhaloganya thata motho ena sa itlhaloganye gotlhelele e nna mathata, because go a go nna le friction. Wa go palelwa ke go reetsa, wa go palelwa ke go tlhaloganya gore wena so se buang o bua o tswa kae. I get it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Let's power tap. Let's share the broadcast. Okay. So the other thing is, don't rush. The most important thing is, let's not rush. Know yourself well enough to know who and what you need. Oftentimes, we just love the idea of love. We love, Ruby, thank you for coming. We love the idea of being loved, getting flowers and gifts and roses and Valentine's gifts and going out on a date. And yet we have skipped the important aspect of self-assertiveness, self-awareness. It's very costly because we end up making the wrong relationship decision, sometimes even the wrong marriage decision, and then we find ourselves with the wrong person, and then it is a big hot mess. And we don't want you to marry wrong, because divorce is very expensive. You've got to believe me, divorce is expensive. If you don't believe me, I've been there. I'm a product of divorce myself, so it's very, 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 very expensive to deal with divorce. Thank you for coming, guys. Please let's keep coming. Let's keep coming. And so we listen to the butterflies in our stomach and all that. Meanwhile, the pain of multiple breakups, the pain of divorce is very serious. It goes beyond the butterflies in the stomach. You forget the time when it's all, breaking apart. You really forget that, okay? So remember, value systems must complement each other. You are coming, another person is coming. What are your values? What are my values? Di tshwantse gore di complementane, di tsamaelane gore go nne yana ga la go nna so se le sengwe. The value system ga di clasha go nna yana, so you are constantly at friction and loggerheads. Remember this, okay? It's very important. So another thing I just want to talk about is that a relationship is started by attraction, but it is not attraction that keeps a relationship. We can all agree gore e re lo kopana le mokapelo wa gago le o monyetseng kana o go nyetseng no go na le attraction, no go na le o itse gore ke eng ke morata, but throughout the course of the relationship o tla lemoga gore it's not only attraction that keeps a relationship. There's something better and bigger than attraction, okay? And this is why we talk about knowledge, pursue knowledge, understand things better. When you come into a relationship and you are self-assertive, you know what you want, you are able to determine values tsa gago, and then o kgona go botsa motho yo gore wena di values tsa gago ke dife dio tse o tshelang ka tsone tse o di upholdang. What are the values that you uphold to be morally correct? Ke di hidi tse tlana kana melawana e leng gore o tshela ka yone, ye o dumelang gore e ka go thusa mo botshelong, ye leng gore ga o ka ke wa batla go kgaogana le yone le ha o le mo relationshiping kana o le mo lenyalong. So the value systems like communication. What is the your partner's philosophy on communication? How do you value communication? Is communication important? Is it important to talk about serious issues? Is it important to talk about serious matters? Or are you somebody that just feels like you don't have to talk, things can just be brushed under the carpet? When you talk to me in a way that feels maybe belittling or insulting, is it fine? Are you going to understand? So your philosophy is, hi Anna, thank you mama for coming, please share. Thank you guys for coming, please share. Thank you guys for coming, please share, and gifts are allowed, okay? So that's the whole thing. Communication. What do you think is important to talk about? Serious matters. How do you talk to me? You see, can a person just say in a relationship, hey, bring the money, I want to go to the mall, bring the money? Kana, is it better to say, good morning, how are you, my darling, how are you, my person, can you please bring the money? I was asking if you could send the money because I want to go to the mall to get some groceries. Can you see that it's already two different approaches, but you want one thing, you're asking for one thing, but kahaus sekopanga thing is different. So your communication values, they also matter. You need to be able to establish things like that, okay? Other people say they have ego. So you bruise the ego of a person. Thank you, Badiri. Please comment, share, guys, share. Some people say they have ego. Now I don't know where ego comes in when it comes to relationship. In love and relationship, I really don't know where there's a place for ego, but sometimes people say, oh, you bruise the person's ego, but these are things that are important to look into. Another value system that you can consider is something like respect. What is respect? What is disrespect to this person? Remember, we are going to the issue of how long until you marry me. So it's good to know yourself before you get into a relationship so that you understand what kind of a person you need in your life. And then it's good to be able to establish value systems. Relationship value system communication. We're talking about some value systems. Communication, respect. Okay, what is respect to this person? What is respect to that other individual? You see, do they respect themselves? Because somebody who does not respect himself or herself is never likely going to respect you. So one of the things that is important in the concept of respect is that a person is able to respect themselves. If somebody is able to respect themselves, you can really bet that they are going to respect you. You see, how do they handle themselves? How do they take care of themselves? Do they care about their own well-being? Do they have habits that are helping them to live long? Or they just don't care? If they don't care about themselves, how are they going to care about you? Thank you, Wizzy. Thank you for coming. Please super tap, like, and share. Okay, and so respect is just like that. Another thing is quality time. What is quality time to you? That's another value system. Is quality time important in the relationship? Does it matter that sometimes we just set aside time just to get together? Where we just say, tonight is about you and tonight is about my partner, okay? Tonight is just about you and I. Another value system we might want to consider is compromise. Are these people, is this person compromising? What is your idea of compromise? How do you understand compromise? Because when you're in a relationship, it's not like things are always going to go the way you want. So another value system to maybe look at is compromise. Things don't always go how I want in life. Things don't always go how I want in a relationship. But sometimes I just bend over a bit to say, okay, for your sake, we can do this. Or sometimes you bend over and say, okay, for my sake, so no se batla initially. So another thing is money, and this is very important. Before we get married, before we get into a relationship, can we also learn to have important conversations like this and include the issue of money? What is your philosophy of money? What do you understand by money? Is money only for spending? When I go akanya tšhelete hela o gopotse gore go spend and finish it. Drink, finish, party, club, booze, waste. You know? Kana, do you feel like money is to be saved and invested? Investing means, is there a platform where I can take my money so that it can grow? So these are things that you also want to establish before you marry a person, even before you get into a relationship, because I believe everybody gets into a relationship with the hope to marriage, isn't it? Naturally, we just want to establish that when we're in a relationship. So what do you say about money? What is money to you? How do you understand money? Because money is one of the leading causes of divorce. Financial philosophies, when they clash, somebody wants to waste money, the other person wants to save, the other person wants to invest. We are overspending, we are overdrawing too much decoloto, credit and all that. Paco, thank you for coming. Please super tap. I am a makeup artist and an inspirator, and I am a mentor for girls and women. I am a personal development coach as well. So you guys can get with me for all your makeup needs, your coaching needs, mentorship. Okay, so today we're just dealing with Mary Who's Ready. It's a program that we're going to be coming live with every Friday. Okay, so we're dealing with how long until you marry me. We are building up to the answer. So we're about to get there. And so money, your philosophies of money. Another thing, sacrifice. We're just talking about examples of Velvet. Thank you for coming. Please super tap. We're talking about examples of values. You can have conversations about them, just basic things. I'm not saying it's all that you need to know, then boom, you get into a marriage.